This is it right here, guys. Escape room. This is okay. I got it all set up right here. Like I become like basically. It's either like. By the way, Friedrich Nietzsche said, "When you chase monsters, you become a monster." And I talk a lot about this, by the way. Uh, but if you chase a fucking hero or if you have a role model, this basically it's the same thing. Like you gotta understand. This is the guy me. I'm thinking of writing a book called The Law of Opposites. And the kids, and when I say the kids, just trust me, like kids teach you about the future and the present. Kids behave in the way that you're meant to in this day and age. That's the saying of Imam Ali, peace be upon him. Don't don't expect your kids to do what you do, like, because they were created for a time which is different than your time. So my friends and family and people are worried about me and like this. I suppose this video is like it's banal in my mind, but it's like I got the nicest bike I've ever had. I've got like a computer which basically I got it's got roach burns all over it. Okay, and I don't know what to do. I carry a Bible and a cross, and my wife is a Christian. I'm a Muslim. Like, and that I think is so fucking cool. And I carry it because I just like just cause I go to church. We go to church. I'm so proud and happy when I realize this how this thing should be. Like, and where do I learn stuff like this? Take it this way. I'm gonna plug in and like basically, guys, you can see the care that I take. Now, this is a biblical thing too, kids. First of all, an army thing is like this, line of sight. Like this bike. If I left this bike for what 60 seconds, that it would definitely be gone outside there somewhere. I believe this. In here, probably like 50 minutes, like 50, like this kind of thing. Like I don't have to tell you. So I'm either a thief or a fucking super cop or something, right? Well, I'm not a goddamn super cop, and yeah, I may have taken things in altered states of mind, to say the fucking least, by the way. So I can't tell you what kind of fucking day and week and whatnot is here. Like, listen, you have plenty of people and friends and yourself, I'm sure. Like, I'm just ranting right now because I got no fucking. Now I get it. These videos where people just go ape shit and they're talking at the camera, it's because the feedback they're getting at that point in time from the comments thread is what they need. And so they're so gratified. And I'm happy. Yo, more people are liking my tweets and responding, and I'm meeting people. And like some guy was like, yo, can you send me the video that fucking TD like got YouTube to take off of offline, off of YouTube. YouTube like content violation. YouTube doesn't give a shit. Like they'll upload anything on there, more or less. Like cause I'm on there. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like anyway, so but if someone complains, then they'll take it off. That's called how it's done. Like they don't wait; they just take it off, and then if you complain back, then they'll have someone look at it. That's called how it's done. That's like what's the quickest and easiest way to get something done that has the fewest complaints and like pushback for the company? That's called how it's done. Like Danny Vaynerchuk, like it's like I took a course on clickbank.com, affiliate marketing. I'm going to be talking about that in days to come because it's very fucking cool. That there's a guy called Robbie Blanchard, and his course is called Commission Hero. That's fine. Yo, I don't get any fucking like the difference between me and everyone else is yes, I got shit I'm selling. I'm selling my services, but I'm not gonna fucking listen. If you're a normal person, I'm never gonna charge you ever, ever. Like that's how I approach this. Ultimately, I want us both to be rich, and you fucking like have a big heart, and you're just giving me out of largesse. You give me like a wine bottle, let's say, and I'm like, yo, I'm a Muslim. I don't fucking drink. I'll give this. You gotta understand. I gotta say this loud and clear. I found that like kids, if you're a kid in the city, I get it now, guys. Like the parents give you shit, teachers give you shit. Everyone expects you to follow and do what they say. They don't give you money. They don't give you shoes. You don't got nice fucking bikes. Like I'm a street guy. Like, and I know places to go where people like can hook you up, like so to speak. Like if you want to fucking choose drugs, you go down that path. If you want a nice bike, you have like, what do you want out of life? Do you want nice things, or do you want to just be like the guy? There was a guy sitting here. It was the same old fucking thing. It blows me away. I offer the guy weed. Like I told him like, listen, I'm here to plug in. Like there's no power outlet over there. I plugged in right over here, right? And it's the perfect place. I can go out for a smoke. Like, and so kids, you need to find places like this. This is God or the universe or whatever is going on. That's the way it is, by the way. Just on a side note, I'm just giving you a buffer, if you will. Like, I believe there is a God. My wife does too. And life is very hard, but it's one or two things is going to happen. Either it's going to teach you or it's going to break you. It's going to make or break you. That's it. I mean, it seems to me that's the thing. By the time you're 60, you're like dead and gone, mentally, physically. You're just like, it must be the worst thing in the world. That's what I'm scared of. This thing is to just remind me of flyers in general. Like, this is my world. Like, believe in God. Why? Like, people are like, I don't need God, and like I'm already good. And that if you're already good, that's fine, because that's all that does mean you do believe in something, and you have principles. That's all I'm saying. God and good, call it what you like, Krishna or whatever. If you're an agnostic, you still believe in something. Anyway, that's not my point here in this video. Uh, this flyer is the shit, right? So if you're an average person, you should box. Take up boxing, yeah, or meditate, or go for walks in Rouge Valley, like in Toronto. Because if you go to the Don Valley, there's people there. The point of meditation is the same as going for a hike into nature. So Toronto is like a city within a park, within a park, within a city or some shit. It's the usual shit. Like, I mean, I suppose in Toronto, it actually is the case that there are many nature-loving fucking people. So that flyer is, this is how I roll. That flyer is to remind me of this flyer. This, because this one's falling apart. Like, like for example, kids, hello, like this fucking book, Giovanni Bocaccio. Here's my offer to you, and this is what I've been doing now. This is, I might as well try it out. Like, I don't do shit like this, but like I want to buy that book for myself from Amazon, right? I'll buy you one too if you send me a comment and tell me a bit about the book, because I'm going to tell you about it right now, right? So if you want a copy of Giovanni Boccaccio's DECAMERON, again, you don't have to pay shipping. Again, you don't, like, if you're a dick and we don't get along, like, listen, in sales it's like this. You keep talking to people until you find someone with whom you click. So now, DECAMERON. This guy, the fact that nobody fucking knows who he is, and a guy from Pakistan, a brown fucking guy from Pakistan has to tell you about this fucking Italiano. This guy is up. Machiavelli could have been a student of this guy. I was gonna say he's up there with Machiavelli, Michelangelo, Leonardo, like these kinds of guys. Like, I don't even know all of them, right? Certainly not. Like, I've studied Leonardo da Vinci like briefly. I dare not talk about the great past masters. This fucking guy is one of them, by the way. So I'm just gonna open the book and just like, it's 100 fucking medieval stories. What kind of stories? Not listen. I'm pissed off at the Western culture and white people. I don't know how to say this. That nobody. I'm 48. Nobody's told me about this book, and you don't teach it, and no one gives a shit about that. That's fucked up. This guy is like Dante. This guy is like Paul Bunyan in the fucking Pilgrim's Progress. His fucking name is Giovanni Bocaccio. That doesn't get any better than that, guys, right? Okay, ninth day first story. Madonna Francesca, loved by a certain Renuccio and a certain, like this. Each of these stories could be a fucking miniseries on HBO, guys. Yeah, because they are the seeds of real tragedy and all this shit. Madonna Francesca, loved by a certain Renuccio and a certain Alejandro, but loving neither of them in return. And by the way, if you want to know how to write, I urge you to read Mrs. Dalforth by Virginia Woolf. I think that's what it's called. Dalhousie, Miss Dalhousie. Like everyone knows what book I'm talking about. Just look it the fuck up. Virginia Woolf unfortunately committed suicide. She's like basically a latter day Kurt Cobain kind of deal, or early day, like one of those tragic fucking figures. Like Van Gogh is the fucking man for that reason too. Van Gogh, like he shot himself and missed. That kind of thing. The last words he said were, "The sadness never ends." Steve Jobs' last words were, "Wow." Like the godfather of this guy, Corleone in the book. Don Corleone, right? Life is beautiful. Anyway, this shit is the shit. I'm telling you what. So the write-ups, like each paragraph about each of the stories, like it's exactly like Virginia Woolf. A long sentence with lots of, as in kids, multiple commas, multiple semicolons. And it's up to you how you figure out how to use them. That's just little thing that I gotta say has changed the way I write. It's how it's done. Virginia Woolf, Miss Dalhousie, the first paragraph of Mrs. Dalhousie. Virginia Woolf killed herself and it's horribly tragic and it makes me want to cry and I probably am gonna fucking cry. Like she put rocks in her fucking pocket in her like this figure, like she's a tragic figure. It's like 50 Cent or not 50 Cent, this fucking guy, rest in peace. DMX. Like some girl explained it to me, like a kid, something like this. Like yeah, well, I'm getting all choked up here. Like these videos mean a lot to me, I suppose. And I have like a lot of good shit's been happening. And all I'm telling you what, right? Like get with God. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like how do you do that? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care to get into it. Get a fucking Bible and a fucking cross. I don't know what to. I'm a Muslim, by the way. My wife's a Christian. Get a guy because I'm swearing, right? And you're like, why is he fucking swearing? Get a fucking Bible, get a cross, and like you have to write things down. You have to read things. You have to try and be nice. I'm leaving. I gotta go. I'm gonna get like a fucking security guard call, and I don't want that. Whatever. Right. See you later. This is Union Station, downtown Toronto.